Hey YouTube, thanks for dropping in to check out another Profit Picks episode. In this one, we're going to go ahead and recap our night last night where we go 3-3. Not where we want to be, but still better than the last two nights. And ultimately, we're still doing pretty well for our overall progress so far. So we're going to recap last night. Like I said, we're going to take a look at our overall results so far, and we'll go ahead and dive into today's action. Before we do that, however, if you could please like, subscribe, drop some comments below. I would truly appreciate the support. If you're finding this entertaining, helpful, or beneficial in any way, I would truly appreciate it, like I said. And yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and let's recap last night. All right, guys, so recapping our 3-3 night last night. Pretty mediocre night. Of course, we lose about half a unit. But slightly better than the last 2 days, so hopefully we can keep up that trend in terms of improvement and see where we can go from here. But yeah, starting out with the first one, Kevin Durant over 24.5 points. We just missed this one by a bucket. I think he gets 23. The Suns, it wasn't really looking good for the Suns from what I was watching, and they end up winning by 10, but Durant still falls short of the 25, so that one's disappointing, obviously. Next one up, we actually cash. This is Lillard over 23.5 points. He ends up with 25 here, and I think he was able to exploit the three ball. The Raptors' poor defense against the three ball ended up going 5 for 8 for threes last night, so good for him. One thing about this is the Bucks. They were up almost 20 points at one point, or maybe they were even. They were up almost 20 points at the half. Actually, now that I'm looking at it, and that said, I'm glad that the Bucks didn't end up pulling Lillard early enough to where he would have missed this. So he was able to get this number. So we're good here. But the Bucks really took care of business against the Raptors. So next one up is Vucevic over the 18.5 points. So yeah, he tallied up 24 last night in a game that was in fact the second highest scoring game of the night, which we were following the books having it at a high total, and it did end up being one. So next one up is Wembanyama over 27.5 points. Wemby, he dropped this one. This one was the most shocking to me. The way that he's been playing, and he's coming in against a team that's bad defensively. I was really expecting more from him here, and he ended up with 23 points, which, again, isn't relatively bad, but the way he's been playing and coming into a game against Chicago where they just love to give up points, I figured this would be an opportunity for him to continue to be, closer to the 30 mark, and it just didn't happen. So we dropped that one. Next one up we drop as well, the Sochan. I got to get away from the Sochan. I bet him 2 or 3 times this year, and it just hasn't worked out. I don't look at it that way, though. Obviously, I just play the numbers. This one looked good for us, but it just didn't work out. He only ended up with 4 rebounds out of the 8 that we needed, so he's way off here. The Spurs had more rebounds than the Bulls last night. Wemby had 14, and I think basically aside from Chris Paul, the rest of the starting lineup and a good part of the bench ended up with like 4 each. So in essence, the rebounds were kind of spread out a little bit aside from Wemby last night. So we dropped that one. Next one up, we do cash, though. And this would be the third one, which brings us to 3-3 for the night, is Tyler Hero over the 23.5 points. So he put up 26 last night. Hero was the only guy on the Heat to actually clear the 20 mark. So again, like we said, he's going to continue to be a big part of that Heat offense, which, hey man, the Heat, they look like they could potentially be in some trouble here. They're definitely dealing with adversity, so we'll see what happens as far as that goes. But yeah, so Hero with the over, and that brings us to 3-3. So with that out of the way, let's go ahead and let's take a look at our overall progress and results as it stands. So if you look at our overall progress here, our latest result, obviously 3-3 last night. Overall record, however, 36-23, still looking pretty good here. We lose a half a unit yesterday, just about, so we're sitting up 8.5 units right now, and we're still winning above 60% at 61. Hopefully we can get back up in the upper 60s, of course, after today. So yeah, let's go ahead and let's take a look at today's pick. All right, so let's take a look at tonight's action, starting with this one that has been tried and true for me so far pretty much this year, but I just play the numbers, and this one's looking pretty good either way. Derek White over 15.5 points. Derek has cleared this number roughly 65% of the year so far. Denver's defense has really dropped off, especially compared to last year, and their drop in performance creates opportunities for the guard position. They do not play either one of the guard positions particularly well. Denver also is not great at defending the three ball, allowing the 22nd most threes allowed per game so far this year, and we know that White likes to take advantage of that when he can. So I like Derek White over 15.5 points tonight. Next one up is going to be an under for us. Andrew Wiggins under 18.5 points. You know, they're hosting Miami tonight. Wiggins has only gotten over this number once in the last 3 games that he's played the Heat. In Miami is a top 10 defense. I know they haven't been looking like it as of late, but they play defense well on the road, and I think, you know, we might see them play a little bit better tonight. I don't think they're going to play as bad as they have been. Might not play great, but I think they'll play a little bit better and good enough to keep him under the 18.5 points here tonight. I just think they're going through a rough patch, and I think that they'll bounce back a little bit. I think it'll be a lower scoring game as well, so I don't think Wiggins is going to get the 19 points here. Next one up is going to be another under for us. CJ McCollum under the 24.5 points. McCollum has played 7 games against top 10 defenses, five teams in total, because he's played the Knicks and the Rockets twice. But aside from those 4 games, he's played the Clippers, Miami, and OKC, and he's only cleared the 24.5 against the Clippers. So we've seen an uptick in his points, but not necessarily against good defenses, so I don't like the spot for him. I think that he goes under the 24.5 here tonight against Minnesota. Last one for tonight, and just, you know, check in on the comments, because I do sometimes, as things develop throughout the day in the league, I'll add something or change something, and if I do so, it will be in the comments, so please check there closer to tip-off, of course. But yeah, the last one for now, guys, is going to be Brandon Miller over 18.5 points versus Phoenix tonight. Miller has cleared this number 80% of the season so far this year. And he actually scores more points at home than he does on the road, like 4 more points. Another thing is here is Phoenix is not good defensively. They're on the road and coming off of a back-to-back. So, you know, Charlotte, they have that rest factor as well. And I think that they're going to squeeze a couple extra points out of it, out of the situation because of that, I should say. And Miller is actually the second leading scorer on the team, second to Ball, who will be playing tonight. But I just think that they're going to be able to get their points, both of them actually. But I like Brandon Miller's chances more. And again, he's already hit this number 80% of the year. So to me, it just made more sense to go with this one. But hey, I wouldn't fault you if you take Balls over. I think it was over 26.5 or 27.5, something like that. I'm just not doing it. I try to limit what I do, which I've already explained in prior videos. I don't try to do so many bets in one night. So yeah, that's pretty much going to complete the bets for tonight. But you know, hopefully we have a bounce back night and we do a little bit better and we can get some of our units back, right? So, yeah, that's going to be it for this one, guys. Thank you very much for checking it out. If you enjoy this content, you find it helpful, please do not forget to like, subscribe, drop some comments below. I would truly appreciate the support, and of course, it is free of charge to you. So, with that said, whatever you're betting tonight, good luck. Please be responsible doing so. Take care, and I'll catch you in the next one.